U.S. Border Patrol is on the leading front against human and narcotic smuggling across the border. In the McAllen section of the Rio Grande Valley, over 79,000 people were apprehended last year. In the United States, it is number 3 for marijuana seizures and number 1 for cocaine seizures. Agent Daniel Dottie of Border Patrol describes recent activity along the border and believes a border wall will be a necessary deterrent for illegal activity.
Where we're standing right now at the entrance to this park, it's nice and calm. There's a lot of winter tourists that come to this area. There's a lot of locals that come out, and this is part, like I said, it's part of the birding center. So there's people out here bird watching constantly. But when the sun goes down, the dynamics totally change. This is also one of the hotbeds of human smuggling, right here, right on this road, right next to us. So once it goes down, we have to change from making sure the local community members that are out here watching birds, making sure they're safe, to intercepting human smuggling, loads of smuggled humans, loads of narcotics. And that happens from sundown to sunup. A lot of it is as soon as the sun goes down or as the sun's about to come up, that's when they start moving. But we're well aware of that. Like I said, we do share intelligence between shifts, between stations, and we're prepared for when it happens. We've had 5 incidents of shots fired in this area over the last year. The latest incident was a narcotics load. Agents tried to stop the vehicle. The vehicle went back south. We did seize a good amount of the narcotics. But while we were seizing it, the smugglers started shooting at the agents. There were 3 different incidents of gunfire between our agents and the smugglers. And it could have been a very bad situation. It could have gone very, very poorly for us. No, none of our agents got hurt. Do not know about anybody on the other side of the river because we don't work there. But the government of Mexico actually is working on it in conjunction with us to find out who was doing the shooting and to bring them to justice. The river is right at the end of this road. To the left, there's a bunch of brush. Right on the other side of that brush is where the Rio Grande River is. And where the road ends there, that is one of the major loading points for illegal narcotics being brought into the U.S. in the McAllen Stations area. Vehicles come up this road, come right over the levee, go right up to a paved road about a quarter mile north of us, and then they try to blend in with traffic in the morning, people taking their kids to school, people going to work, and it's our job to get them before they hit this point here. We're just north of the levee. Also, what's unique here is you're talking about the border wall or border fencing, any tactical infrastructure. This right here, where this gate is, this actually, once they start this project, this will be part of the levee wall combination. And it's not so much of us putting a wall up. This was an agreement between the Border Patrol, DHS, and Hidalgo County down here. And it helps because they're restoring the levees, raising them up to the proper standards as per FEMA. And this helps them in, first of all, it serves as a retaining wall for the levee. It's going to work as with the levee for better flood protection in these areas, but it helps us. The wall or fencing along the border, which in our instance, because of the river, it's not in the floodplain, because we're not going to do that. We can't do that. It works as a deterrent effect to keep, there's a community out over here, and this wall, once completed, will keep narcotics and human trafficking out of this neighborhood. And it'll force them to come out into this area where we can address the issue instead of having to go inside the community and work, in the houses and amongst the local population to try to distinguish who just came across. This way it gives us a better opportunity, a little more time to respond and apprehend. So if you look at all of our apprehensions, if you look where our major incidents occur, that's where we've asked for infrastructure. Where we've not asked for it, the gaps, there's no tactical advantage to putting something there. Either our apprehensions are very low, our incidents of narcotics trafficking are low or don't exist, or if somebody were to breach the border and go through that area, the chances of apprehension, or what we refer to as bringing something to a proper law enforcement conclusion, they're almost 100%. So we don't need that wall. We don't need that tactical advantage. Where we've asked for it is where we need it. Since 9/11, our roles have really changed. Yeah, we still catch the illegal immigrants. We still seize the narcotics. We still seize the stuff that's brought in against the laws of customs, against the custom laws. But we also are charged with keeping terrorists and weapons of mass effect out of the United States. That's our priority. Our purpose is illegal immigration, illegal trafficking. But we also have to protect against any possible threats to the United States itself.